Hey everyone, good evening. How's it going? We are here on the 4th of June, halfway through the bloody year. I can't believe we're halfway through the year. It's gone really, really quickly. Anyway, it's Shenmue Day. Hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4. Hashtag Shenmue Anime 2. As ever, James is with me, my esteemed co-owner and colleague. How's it going?
It's going well, thank you, Matt. How are you doing?
All good. Enjoying the extended bank holiday weekend by taking 3 days off earlier this week to give me a nice week off. It's been absolute bloody bliss having a week off work.
Lovely. Nice
Um,
full week off, have you?
yeah,
I've been at work today, so it's
full
broken
week,
it up a little bit for me though.
full week off of doing bugger all, which is exactly what was needed.
Celebrating the Queen, mate. Surely, haven't you? You've been
I
out in
could
full force.
wave my Union Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
How's everyone else doing
it's
in the
good.
chat? You've been enjoying your extended period of, well, at least a couple of days off, right? Well, for our English viewers anyway.
Yeah, as I say, if you're in the UK, you'd have had some time off, but if you're elsewhere, you probably wouldn't have done. Having a look at the chat, Frankie's in, Titch is in, the video game's in, Manny Figueroa's in, Peter Wilson's in, Quack Thing, who's Ducky's bot is in, Sega Dream's in. I've just seen Scribe pop up, Silver Wyvern's in,
Subscribe.
Dwayne Hicks is in. How's it all going? Sean Hastings as well. I think I've seen Retro Godfather knocking around in the chat as well. How's it going, everybody? Have you all enjoyed your extended weekend? Peter's been down to Butlins. Don't blame you.
Lovely.
Haven't been to Butlins for a long, long time. Abdullah's in. Good to see you, man. Haven't seen you for a while.
Is Butlins the holiday place?
Yeah,
With the
the red coats
yeah.
and everything. Yeah, they throw like
Okay.
themed nights and everything. I haven't been to a
I've
Butlins
been
for a long,
watching
long time.
some dude on YouTube who goes to like the worst ones in the UK or something,
Look at that.
and he shows like all the damage and all the rust and all the shit. But um, might not particularly that one, but there's a few that might be. How was it, Peter? Was it all right? I was going to say it might be a lot like worth taking the daughter down because I know they've got like loads of stuff for kids. One of them had
Yeah,
like a big dinosaur park and um, that sort of stuff.
they do. They
Oh, do
do.
they?
I think Haven was another sort of one back in the day. They do some naughty adult weekends. You can get stag do's to Butlins and things like that, and hen do's as well. But the Centre Parks is the boss
Pretty
one.
cheese, but
Yeah,
I totally loved it. That's all that matters, isn't it, Peter?
yeah. So
Centre Parks.
while we can talk about Centre Parks and everything all day and holidays, which I'm hoping we'll get very, very soon, we're going to crack into a little bit of news before we go into the stream itself, where I will be playing the Game Jam build as Yu Suzuki, if you didn't see that in the advert, because why the hell not? So, James, Shenmue News, what do we have?
Right, let's run through some other big headlines. So, despite what you're going to do today, Matt, on the Game Jam, I suppose that is a headline. If you've missed that, we did stream it a while back, well, a few weeks back now. So, check that out, and you'll be checking it out today anyway. Air Twister, Matt, biggest one of the lot on my list here. So, brand new game coming out of Wisenet. It's for Apple Arcade, exclusive, possibly could come to devices further down the line. And I was hoping that potentially Shenmue 4, it could be in an arcade that revisits. That would be pretty cool. It's releasing on the 24th, was it? Yeah, 24th of
Yeah.
June. You can actually go on the webpage or on the page on your iPhone right now or whatever Apple device you've got. Click the get button and it'll notify you when it's actually released. So go do that. But it looks amazing, Matt, right? What is Air Twister for the people in the chat that don't know?
Air Twist is the new game from Wisenet, and quite simply, it is the Space Harrier spiritual successor. If you think Space Harrier, Res, and Panzer Dragon, that's pretty much what you're going to be getting with this game.
Everything rolled into one.
Yeah, all rolled together. It looks really cool. It looks like a proper throwback to like the late 80s, early 90s arcade game. Do you know what it reminds me of? The art style reminds me of a Dreamcast, actually, in terms of the way it's
See
presented.
that?
It looks great fun. Hope it gets a console port. I mean, we are going. Yes, it will run on Mac, but I think you need iOS 13 or 14. I've got a video coming out about it next week where I do have the actual information. But yeah, console release. You can play it on iMac, MacBook, Apple TV, iPad, or iPod Touch. So there you go. And it can take a controller as well, which is really handy. So you don't always have to use touch controls if you don't want to. I'm really looking forward to it. And we are going to stream it. We are planning to stream it on the 24th of June, providing we can get
Did you
everything set
decide
up.
on a device, Matt, or?
So I have an Apple TV on the way.
Ooh, nice, well done.
So second
I
hand,
think was that the cheapest device you could find. You were saying,
yeah,
like, right?
yeah, it was the cheapest one I could find. So it was cost of a PS5 game. So I was like, do you know what? Let's do it. Why not? And I can get a subscription for Apple TV through or Apple Arcade rather through when we bought our TV. They gave us 5 months. But we haven't signed up for it, so I can use that and sign up for it as well, which is quite good.
Amazing. Yeah. So you got Air Twister for at least 5 months.
Yeah, so I can play away to my heart's content. So I'm looking forward to diving in on that. It looks really cool. I'm pleased for
Okay.
WiseNet as well. The fact they're doing
Yeah, me too,
something,
man.
and they've made a deal with Apple and getting this game out there. Bearing in mind it's on a subscription service, so they've obviously had some money up front. So WiseNet's coffers have got some money now, and I imagine they'll get more, based on performance bonuses, etc. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it.
You'd think Yu Suzuki would be a big name for Apple as well. Like if they can maybe advertise that in the marketing as well. This is Yu Suzuki, like the arcade pioneers,
Yeah.
next arcade style game. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it does well for WiseNet and Yu Suzuki. So I'm just going to run through the next ones really quick. So Wave 3 in Japan of the Shenmue anime event that's happening in Yokosuka, Dobuita Street. There's brand new postcards out at the moment, another 6 to collect. I don't know if you can get down there, but if you can, get down there and try and collect them by buying stuff from some of the shops that are taking part. And there's new artwork up there, so check out Twitter. We've been retweeting a couple today from Naomi, and a few others that have been posting some of the brand new artwork that on there tends to be like concept art of the actual anime, some hand drawn bits and bobs that they use before making the actual scenes and stuff in the anime. But there has been some game concept art as well, like notably that one of Joy with a helmet on originally.
Yeah.
Original sort of like hand drawn concept art that was really interesting. So check out some of that stuff. Anime rerun audience, Matt. You had this a minute ago, detailing some of the viewership figures at the moment.
I'll keep it brief. I'm sure everybody saw on the forums the viewership for the premiere run of the anime. 220,000 viewers a week, which was phenomenal. It's obviously rerunning at the moment on Adult Swim at the graveyard slot of 3 a.m. Pacific time, and it's holding steady in terms of its audience, around 120,000 a week. Which, considering it's already aired very recently and has been thrown straight back on there on a graveyard slot, I'm really happy with it. And we were saying, James, weren't we? Apparently, it's the most successful Crunchyroll original that they've had. And I've heard sort of viewership figures of around 1 million on Crunchyroll have been thrown around out there. Now, I haven't seen these figures myself, so I can't verify them. But that's what has been talked about sort of publicly by a few YouTubers, and Michael Huber mentioned it. So I am sort of going, I haven't seen them myself, so I haven't had it verified. But if this is the case, then we're in business with this anime
It's
all
insane,
day.
isn't it?
Absolutely insane. I'm really pleased for the team. They've done a hell of a job, and they deserve that success in my mind.
Yeah, definitely. Next up, Matt, Shenmue 3 PS Plus in Japan. It's titled it. They've already got that service now, that new 3-tiered service. But with Shenmue 3 being a thing on that service in Japan, you'd assume that once it comes over to the West, it would be a thing on our plans as well, which is really cool to see, because then bouncing off of the anime, if people have been introduced to the series through the anime, they can then get straight into Shenmue 3 for free if they've got this new PS Plus subscription. Is it like the standard PS Plus, do we know, or is it like the higher tiered one?
It's the mid-tier one. So you've got PlayStation Plus Essential, which is your standard PlayStation Plus, so your £50 a year job. Just gives you your online, gives you a couple of games a month. They then got what is Extra is what it's called, and it's I can't remember the yearly price, but it's $14 or $15 a month, and it's in that tier and above. So if people upgrade to that tier, you will then have access to Shenmue 3 and a bunch of other games as well. So, I mean, the fact it's on there is great news for everybody, because anybody who upgrades, and there will be a lot of people that choose to do this, because the PlayStation user base is massive, then I think it's a no-brainer. I don't know if DLC is included. I would assume it's the base model, but what we can do is when it comes over it's £90 a year. Thanks, Peter. There you go. So it's not too bad, really. It's a no-brainer. I don't understand why they didn't do this sooner, especially as it's been dropping off in terms of prices, etc. Chuck it on there. It begs the question: is Shenmue 1 and 2 going to end up on there? It should have happened in the run up to 3 in my book. And also, and this is something that's just popped into my head right now, is there must have been a deal made around that. So think about it this way: even if not many people pick it up, a fee must have exchanged hands for it to go on there. So why isn't
Unless it's that original Sony marketing sort of plan that they had.
Possibly, and they picked into that. But if they didn't,
Yep.
then there's a bit more money that Shenmue 3 has made, and it's gone into the Wisenet coffers and everybody else, and it makes things a bit better. So I'm happy it's there. It should have happened a long time ago, and like you say, James, it encourages people who may have seen the anime and want to dive in can now dive in at that tier. And if they don't, they can they can chuck in £15, play it, finish it, and then never have to subscribe again if they don't want to, and they can play all those other games as well. So it's a good move in my book. Fingers crossed it's a precursor to a 4 announcement. I don't think we're there yet. I think there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and Wisenet are very busy, obviously with Air Twister and God knows what else. So we'll just see where we are. But I think we're in a very strong position now. I'd have taken this back in 2015 all day. So we need to hammer home the advantage now at this point. So on that note, I'm going to get the game started. So we are going to be playing as Yu Suzuki again.
All good fun. It's been nice actually since this has been released, seeing everyone's discoveries, all the differences between this and the final build of the game. Stuart's been doing a ton. There's been a few others on the forums that have been doing some as well, which are really interesting finds.
Just bear with me a second. I've got to re-sample Demiel because it's being a twat. Because there's no game audio.
Problem. So yeah, nice to see everyone. Let's catch up on some of the chat here. Some people seem to be excited for Air Twister, which is good to see.
Alright, let's back
Any anime DVD news?
Not at
official
the
Malaysian release.
Yeah,
I know what you mean, Scribe.
Yeah. Has that turned up yet? Have you got that yet, James?
It hasn't yet, no. I'd show it off if it had.
Okay.
Hopefully soon, though. Next stream, I'll show it off. The official Malaysian release. Meow Village stuff, yeah, that was another thing, wasn't it? All that that Landisi found in the subtitles, some really good discoveries.
Audio mixer in my ear. It's a bit off.
Yeah, there's no dub on Crunchyroll, at least while UK dub. Well, UK dub, you know what I mean, English dub. So I'd assume it would feature on a DVD if there is a DVD or a Blu-ray audio options. But at the moment, the only way to listen to the English dub is through Adult Swim.
Indeed.
Which is obviously difficult for us to get a hold of, but
there we go.
If you didn't see it, guys, this is brand new. Well, not a brand new, but a different prologue scene that Matt just skipped.
Sorry, man. I was trying to sort my audio out.
It's alright.
Blowing my bloody ears off. Let us know, the game audio guys, in chat if it's a bit loud or not. I have been fiddling with it as we've been talking.
Oh, did you get one? Did you Scribe? Yours is shipped. I believe mine's shipped. Let me see. I'll check. I got it, man, just because some of the old bootleg audio soundtracks and like VCDs and stuff, obviously rare to get these days. History pieces kind of in themselves that they kind of got away with that, and there's been some bootleg strategy guides as well that were released in China and Hong Kong, whatever. So I just thought it looks like it's a professional pressed release, just not official obviously, but we'll see how it looks when it arrives.
I'll be interested. I might pick one up if they're still on there. I got some money at the end of the month. We had a freaking We got
The thing
rinks.
with us, Matt, we obviously we're going to buy the official
Of course we
releases
are.
anyway, so it's not like it's taking money away because especially well us in our inner circle, we're going to be buying
Everything.
every piece of merch. Yeah,
They just need to give us a buy all button at this rate.
yeah. I won't tell you where you're buying from though, but I'm pretty sure well, Scribe said it.
Yeah,
Okay,
there you go.
Just not condoning it, but if it interests you, and you got to get the official one as well. I mean, no one's actually received this yet, so just be a little bit mindful.
Yeah, you could
what
be.
you're
could
actually
be
getting yourself
You
into.
could be shipped a brick in a box for all you know, sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Well, it probably costs more to send a brick, but I think it could be a turd in a box or something.
Yeah, nah, it'd be all right. I'm sure it's probably somebody like because not that we condone this either, but I've got every episode ripped from Crunchyroll and stored and all the English dubs as well. Because if for whatever reason, say it all disappears or something, then I've got backups of it and everything because it shouldn't be lost to time ever, in my mind.
No.
Not that I'll ever sell it or anything, but because I will go and buy the proper stuff. But needs must and all that.
So, getting risk of getting shut down here, talking about all this illegal stuff, but that's another one. PTM Mega Drive Mini 2. I'm really excited for it. I know a lot of people were like pissed off that it wasn't a Saturn or a DC Mini, but they have actually given a good reason why. If you're not aware, it's because of shortages and obviously since COVID, like everything's been really bad. Yeah, so the cost to manufacture Saturn and Dreamcast Minis would have been through the roof. But I'm really up for it, man, because it's kind of like having a Mega CD Mini. Obviously, they can't dedicate a model to the Mega CD because there isn't really a great deal of instant classics on the Mega CD, but they can go through some of the library there and include some of the. I've heard that they're doing a lot of the sequels to games that they did in the Mega Drive Mini 1, which is cool. So if they did like the first game iteration of a game in Mega Drive Mini 1, you can expect to see the sequel to it on the Mega Drive Mini 2, which is cool. And obviously, if you've seen the release announcement stuff yesterday, some of the extra stuff that comes with it is insane.
It does look cool. I mean, I was quite honest, I felt flat at the time, but having seen it, having seen some of the interviews around it and had that information, I get it, I understand it. I will get one. I won't go all in on all the other bits and pieces, but I will get one for sure because why the hell not? And they're talking about Snatcher. The rumours going around is that's probably going to be on there. That's the rumour floating around at the moment.
Well, someone was saying that I forgot about this, but Snatcher's actually been on the Turbo Graphics Mini, albeit in Japanese only audio and subtitles or whatever. So it'd be nice if they do bring that over and release a bit of a translated version. That would be a great thing to have on this thing. And I'd noticed someone mentioned about the 32X, but you never know, guys. I mean, they've still got a lot to announce. They've only announced 10 games. There's another 40 at least. Then there's something they're marketing as like a brand new game or something they've been working on. I don't really know what that means, but they've got a few surprises up the sleeve, and it wouldn't surprise me if 32X stuff is one of those surprises because one of the actual accessory add-ons is a Virtua Racing 32X kart, right? Or am I getting that wrong? I'm sure he had
it. It's the Virtua Racing.
The
graphic. It's with I can't remember the name of the blooming chip that's in it, but it's the Mega Drive Virtua Racing kart with the VFX chip. I think that's what it's called.
Alright, so is that not a 32X?
No, it's the Mega Drive.
I thought it was using the power of like the Mega CD and the 32X to use it.
No, it's the Mega Drive one only, and that's the one they showed, wasn't it, as well in the stream?
Yeah. Okay, I still.
It looks good though.
Think we'll get a few surprises up our sleeves.
Yeah, we will. And like I say, it looks good, and it actually makes sense. Knuckles Chaotic Spear would be a good shout. I'd be quite happy with that. SVP, thank you, Casper, thank you, and welcome, man, as well, and welcome Blackwater as well. How's it all going?
Price-wise, Sliver. They did announce it at like what?
Is it 75 quid, or am I making that up?
I'm just gonna have a quick look because it was about 10k yen, so just over 60 quid really.
It's not too bad.
Got £61 as 10k yen.
Oh, really? There you go. It's even cheaper than I anticipated. That's not
Yep.
bad. I imagine we'll get a Western release. They've got time yet, because is it 27th of October it's out in Japan, isn't it?
Something like that, man. And they've got the Astro City Mini 2 to come.
Oh, yeah, of course they do.
In between that as well.
I didn't get the first one, you know. Never got round to it.
Did you not?
I should have done.
Well, I've pre-ordered the second one as well, just because I'm mad. How did I... oh, I don't know, actually, Matt. Peter. I think it was 30k yen for, like, everything. So you're talking 180, aren't you? Which is probably best not to
tell the wife.
My wife's watching. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know what wife's watching the stream.
That's right. Peter almost got
So
divorced.
about 20 quid, Peter. About 20 quid all in. So...
Is it going to come with a Mega CD add-on, or is it separate to buy? So the little add-on is separate.
Yeah. That's what you're paying for, basically.
It's really
you're paying
cool.
like an extra. You're paying like an extra 60 quid-ish for the Mega CD and all the little bits and bobs, and then another 60 quid if you go all in with the DX pack off EB10 for the frame and the little carts.
That frame looks really cool, actually. Like, I can see why people would do that.
I've got the previous ones. I'm looking at them right now. I can show you Mega Drive from the first iteration, the carts and stuff.
And they did it with the Game Gear as well, didn't they?
Game Gear as well, yeah.
Oh, wrong bloody button. Have they confirmed a Western release? Not yet, but I'd be surprised if we didn't get one, quite honestly.
For something like the Mega Drive, definitely. I know we've already had one, but I could see them doing a second one. So that,
yeah, fucking quality. I like that.
That's sick, innit? I love that they put this amount of detail and work in, and I could just pop these out and pretend I'm playing that game if I wanted to. That was like the first run, and then they did a volume 2, which is just like that, of the rest of the carts.
They're brilliant, though, aren't they?
Really cool.
Yeah. I haven't got anywhere to put them, but they are really cool. That's really cool as well. I like that.
Game Gear one as well. And then they did this for the Astro City Mini, actually. We used to play about that one. Coins for each game, arcade tokens.
That's a good idea. I like that.
It's a pretty cool one.
Frankie, what websites are claiming it's worldwide? I mean, I haven't seen anything knocking about, but I mean, I imagine it will come out worldwide. They'd be bonkers not to.
And they probably have different games and stuff like they did with the first one, where I think there was 3 different regions with slightly different game libraries on there. I feel like there's one more actually. Oh, these yeah.
Thanks, Frankie. Oh, keep an eye out.
On.
Keep an eye out then if it's
They quoted a Famitsu interview where they said it's in Japanese. Oh, where they said it. Okay, about it being a worldwide thing.
I mean,
I can imagine it happening.
It'd be very, very unlikely that they wouldn't. I mean, why wouldn't you?
What do you think was more popular in the over here? Would you think it was the Model 1 or the Model 2? Because I'm thinking Model 2.
I think I saw more Model 2s around my friends.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong.
No, I could be wrong, but I feel like the same. I saw more people with Model 2s.
Mine's a Model 1 down on my
Mine's
TV.
Model 1, yeah.
But mine's a different...
I do have a Model 2 then.
My Model 1 isn't the high def bit at the back, the writing on the back. It's the one after that one.
Okay.
There's some writing on the back of them, which is an earlier iteration.
I don't know anyone that had a Model 3, do you?
I've never seen one in the wild. I've seen pictures of it, but I've never seen one in the wild ever. I've seen a Multi-Mega in the wild a long time ago.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. They're expensive now. And aren't they... I've heard somewhere they break quite easily as well.
Something with the laser or something, is it, where it stops reading discs? Yeah, I never saw one of them. I never saw anyone with a Sega Nomad. I don't know, were they actually released over here?
Yeah, they were. Sometimes
I had a Game Gear.
I sometimes go to London Gaming Market, and they have a company mods for these handhelds, and they have a few there kicking it. They're expensive though, those Nomads.
Cool. Casper's got a CDX.
Nice. I'm
Yeah, I
jealous.
used to have
Man.
little Game Gear with a little TV tuner thing.
Oh my
Be like
god.
be in bed at school trying to get like bloody Channel 5 or something on this little TV tuner. It's just like just snow. Here's retro.
Oh, Pete was. I don't know actually. I can't remember the name of the hotel in London. If you Google it, London Gaming Market, it'll come up. I go to that quite. Well, I used to go quite frequently pre-COVID. I don't think I'll be going this time in July, but I might go to the one in November.
I thought that was the case, retro, that the Nomad was only released in the USA.
I'm sure it. Unless I'm wrong, which is possible in fairness.
Scribe, Channel 5. What's WH mean, Scribe? Or did you misspell something? But yeah, I know what you mean. I was like that.
8 Dreamcast, bloody hell. I think I've been through 3 until I put a GDMU in mine.
Did you have the reset problem?
Yeah, and the laser died. The laser died in one of my hours. Like, fuck this. And then I got another one, and very soon after I got a GDMU. So I actually have a working GD-ROM drive in my cupboard.
I'll have to get into GD-ROM. It's just I never did it because I was like collecting the PAL games.
It's good
So
GDMU.
I've got, like, the Dreamcast PAL games, and I've never really. I suppose at some point I could stop them all and go GDMU, but I do prefer like physical.
Frankie's talking about the Saturn lasers. Do you know what? I'm touching wood as I say this, But my Saturn is a Model 1 Saturn, release one, and it's never, ever once had an issue.
No, same here, mate. The only issue I've ever had with my Saturn is like, well, I think it's a common thing, and I don't think it's anything to do with the actual Saturn, but the memory card wiping itself randomly. So like, you come to play a game and carry on with the save, and it's just dead. You have to format the memory card.
I will put like a Terror Onion or something in it eventually. Oh.
At some point, I would like to get like a proper kitted out Dreamcast, because I know like some of those things, is it the Terror Onion or whatever, increases the loading speeds and the reading speeds and all that sort of stuff as well, and you know, you can get more out of it.
Yeah, on GDMU,
power-wise,
it does speed up quite well.
Yeah, I know you've got some good stuff, Scribe.
It was the best thing I did for my Dreamcast.
Check out your stuff, Scribe.
The next thing I want to do to it, actually, I want to get the HD mod on the back. Like, so it's like they upscale it to HD. I've got what's it? I can't remember the name of it now, but I've got an upscaler. I can't remember the name. I put it ages ago, so I can run VGA upscaled into my TV, and that's okay.
Okay. The most
it's
I've got is
Acura.
these.
That's it. It's an Acura box.
Oh yeah. I used to have one of them, but then I think it was Scribe who was saying about these HD Retrovision cables. That are like even better than the Acura, so that's what I'm using.
I've got those for my Mega Drive and Saturn. I've got the adapter. They are really good, those cables.
Oh,
I swear by them.
The
they were a Kickstarter originally.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, I missed the Kickstarter. I was gutted because they're quite expensive cables, but they're bloody brilliant cables.
You ever seen my Dreamcast here, Frankie? You're on about custom Dreamcasts.
You got the stickers over it.
It's only stickers, yeah. They were selling on eBay at one point, but I think it looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
Like, I know people get like those
Hey, Stuart.
proper custom painted ones and then glossed or whatever they do with. That look pretty cool.
You can buy like
hey, Stuart, you're on, man.
custom cases and all the sort now. Yeah, they are.
Need a
those
full-on backing,
fucking
unfortunately.
cables now. They're really good. Oh yes, definitely enjoyed the days
Oh,
off.
hang on, Scribe. What it was the Dreamcast ones we're still waiting for, right?
They've
And it
done
was the Saturn one that I've got. I think I've got the Saturn ones. Yeah, that's right.
because they did them for the Mega Drive and the SNES originally. Because I got the Mega Drive one because it came with a Model One
Yeah,
adapter,
that's it.
and
That's
then
it.
they released the Saturn adapter. I don't know how long afterwards. So I've got that down there as well. I swear by them. They're bloody good cables. I mean, they are hard to come by these days, but they
It's a
are.
shame, man, because the way they were selling them was like perfect. Because there's a lot of games, at least PAL wise, that you can't play because they don't boot properly. Is it because of 50 hertz or something? So these HD cables were supposed to have fixed that issue, from what I was reading.
They're really good. It's really good stuff.
I know. It's a shame, innit?
A Mr. Saturn Core released. What's that, Frankie?
Yeah, Peter. Yeah, I know what you mean. They've done US ones, haven't they? But we've never had a. There's a few people that have done some mock-ups, but it'd be nice to get a proper PAL case.
Right, there you go. Thanks, Frank. I know what you mean then. Because there's an analog do them. They did an FPGA Mega Drive. That was really good, apparently. I was going to get one a long time ago, but the import on it was absolutely bloody ridiculous. So I went and got a RetroTink box instead.
Okay.
That cost me like half the price.
Loads of these little things knocking about these days, aren't there?
Yeah, really good.
Frame Meister or something was like the go-to one at one point. And then
yeah. I think Frame Meister's
expensive.
still well. Yeah, bloody pricey, aren't they?
And then, like, if you watch Adam Koralick's videos, he's always mentioning the some sort of a through cable thing, isn't he? I forgot what it's called.
Oh, bugger. You got the M Classic upscaler type thing as well.
M Classic, that was it, yeah. That's what I meant.
Yeah, they're quite good. They're hard to come by at the moment.
For anyone like just coming into the scene, it's like really confusing, isn't it, what to get? Everyone's got different opinions.
I know. It was simpler back in the day because there was only like a few options, but now everyone's jumping on that sort of back. Because retro's cool now, isn't it?
Yep. Well, it has been for a while, to be fair.
Yeah, true. And it's expensive. Like, buying original stuff these days is pricey.
I've never really looked into all these different things, Retro Godfather.
No, I haven't. I mean, I went GDMU for my Dreamcast because I thought, do you know what, I'm fed up of these fucking things dying. I'll go down that route. And then I got those HD cables to the Mega Drive, which was a really good investment.
Yeah,
as well.
those are definitely a good investment. Yeah. That's what I did, Matt. And then they just released a little tiny adapter head thing for the Saturn.
Yeah, which I got as well.
So you just pop that on. Yeah, it's perfect.
They have got an out of control retro game price. It's absolutely it's fucking phenomenal now.
It's a proper investment, though, isn't it? Really. if you've got them already.
Oh man, yeah, you're like laughing, aren't you?
I know Frankie was on about starting a bloody Dreamcast Saturn collection now. It's like, good luck. But I feel bootlegs and releases.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have we talked about what we're actually doing here, Matt? By the way, this is the Game Jam.
We just gone completely off on one.
So, if you're not aware, Matt's playing this Game Jam 2001 prototype that they used, we believe, at the Game Jam event. I think that's the reason why it's called that. You'd assume. And basically, yeah, it's like an unfinished version of Shenmue 2 for the Dreamcast. And we found a lot of shit on the disc, and one of these things is what Matt's doing at the moment, which is a Yu Suzuki character model. which is both hilarious and awesome,
It's fucking brilliant.
amongst other things. And Stuart was in the chat. He's found a ton of differences between this and the final build.
Yeah, there's a
I'm
load
sure he's got a
of
link to somewhere, maybe on his Shenmue's or at least on the forums. I know he was putting up a ton of posts until the bloody topic got deleted.
Yeah, he's put some back up actually. In fairness, and actually,
That's good. That's good.
Peter Campbell rebuilt a lot of that for us as well, which was really helpful.
I didn't see that, Peter Wilson. So 06 is available on Xbox One, but it doesn't run on the Series X. I'm tempted to. Well, obviously, if it doesn't run on the Series X, that's a bit shit, because I think that would probably boost the loading times, which would have been cool. Might mean some new back and pack games next week. Okay.
Oh, good.
So if that's one of them, that'd be good. Bloody Stuart's amazing on that hurdle thing. I'm embarrassed to share my scores, to be honest, because I cannot, for the life of me, remember Shenmue 2 music. I know it, I can hum it, but then I'm thinking, like, bloody hell, where's that play? Like, there was one yesterday, which obviously isn't a spoiler anymore, that was Yuan's chainsaw thing. But the name of the song, I know it's probably an issue with the naming, but it was like Elevator something. But in my head, I was thinking, like, doesn't this play in the room before you get to the rooftop with the black suits? I feel like it plays there. It might play in a few different places, that might be my issue. But then, like, shop music as well, I can't. I'm thinking, like, bloody hell, where does this play, actually? Shenmue 1, I reckon I could identify every piece of music, but for some reason, Shenmue 2, and I was saying to you, Matt, I think it's because of Shenmue 3 reusing a lot of the songs and stuff. It's made me think I don't know where this plays anymore now. Yeah, Stuart's a beast, man. He gets everything in one, doesn't he? I think you've literally got to add every single one in one. I'm much better suited on the Michael Jackson hurdle that I've been doing as well.
I just haven't had time to even get involved with that hurdle stuff. It looks great. And I know Frankie started it, wasn't it?
Yeah. Frankie made the Shenmue one, which is today's in one because of... Oh, okay, fine, mate. Yeah. See, I didn't. I mean, I was thinking in my head, oh, isn't this the jewelers? I was thinking, I'm sure this plays in a jeweler's shop or something. I should have known today's.
I like this. Let us tail Wong for a bit. I didn't realise actually in that fight he doesn't pull out the baton halfway through. When you're fighting the two of them there. When you fight someone,
right.
Yeah, he pulls out about halfway through, pulls out that bat and does that swooshy thing. He didn't do that here. Now it might be just pure coincidence.
Is that because of the prototype, is it?
Yeah, it probably is.
Sliver, I know a lot of people give 06 a lot of shit, but I when it came out, I thought it was amazing. I've got to be honest. Before I went on the internet to say that, you know, how glitchy it was, I never encountered any glitches on my playthrough. Like, the only thing that was bad with original was like 20-second loading times, followed by a little bit of dialogue, and then another 20-second load. There was a lot of loading. That was the only biggest problem I had with it. But gameplay-wise, it feels like another Sonic Adventure kind of game. And then the internet's kind of soured the taste of it for me now, because I feel like it's a bad game just because everyone else thinks it is.
You can still talk to Wong. I was just tailing him.
Oh, Stuart says he thinks he pulled the baton out for him.
He normally does it every time in all the fights I've done. He always does it, but...
Any interesting differences you think we should check out, Stuart, while we're running around on this build in this particular moment that you can think of? Yeah, that would be the good thing about if they do this back compat thing for the Series X. I think if it can improve Sonic 06 to like the loading times are like almost non-existent, it would be a really good game.
Hey, actually, Scribes just mentioned Sonic Frontiers, actually, which is the hot topic on the internet, isn't it, a bit at the moment? I know there's a lot of people shitting on it. There's also people going, it's fine, and all the rest. I'm a fan of the concept of it. I don't know if it's quite there in terms of being polished or anything, but I like the ideas behind it. Definitely. I'm intrigued, and I hope it does well. But there's like campaigns on the internet to like get it pushed back, isn't there?
That's what I was about to say. I think Flagship sent me a thing earlier that said fans are trying to get it pushed back or whatever a year. And I mean, I like what I've seen of it for the most part. I think it could be down to the player. Whoever's playing it keeps doing the same shit on the enemies, and it looks like it's crap because he keeps getting hurt and falling back, and then he does the same thing again. It's difficult to tell if like it's stiff because of the player, or it is a stiff looking animation in general. But I think it could be better. It could be improved. I don't really know what's going on as such. I think they kind of need to show something where it's all brought together and you see what the actual finished product's going to be in terms of story, music, gameplay. At the moment, the way they're doing it, how they've split it into these different sections, it's a bit confusing and it feels a bit empty. This feels like there's something missing, but it could just be because of what they're showing at the moment. So hopefully it all comes together into like a good thing that is a bit more exciting once you see it in that context, possibly.
Well, you were saying to me, weren't you, earlier today? You sent me the Sega Bits video on it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
also on the Mega Drive Mini and some other bits. And actually, they explain everything quite well, like what they're thinking about it. I'd recommend people watch it actually because it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, if you were a bit hesitant with like these recent announcements from Sega, like the Mega Drive Mini 2, the Sonic Frontiers thing, that Sega Bits video that Barry did, he broke it down really well actually, and give you all the like the latest news and that sort of stuff. And
yeah, he did a really good job on it.
I definitely recommend it.
It's worth a watch because it clears up like the Mega Drive Mini stuff. It clears that up as well.
And some of the stuff he was on about the Sonic Frontiers, how people are getting into a bit of a tiff or whatever when, you know, all this other stuff's going on in the world. And it does make you think, like, you know, a lot of people are like complaining about a bloody video game that actually doesn't look too bad. It looks half decent. But the only thing I would say on the subject is after the movies, they have to
They need to
do
capitalise
a good
on
game,
it, don't they?
Yeah. If they come out with like another 06 where it's like a lot of people are disappointed by it, and it's got more negative than positives, then, you know, they didn't do a good job in that sense. But if they can capitalise off the movies, like you've just said, Martin, like produce a really good Sonic game that stands the test of time, I think that's kind of what they need to do right now. They need to like make sure that this release is the best that they can, because there's a lot more eyes on Sonic at the moment after the movies.
Massively. It'd be a wasted opportunity if they didn't release like a kick-ass game for Sonic.
Has the potential to be. I mean, we've only seen Sonic so far, but who knows? There could be like loads of other characters involved as well.
I really like the Sonic films as well. Like, I see people talking about it in chat. I really like the Sonic films.
Yeah, same on.
Wait to spoil it for Frankie, though, just in case.
I was going to say, Peter, yeah, I loved the Sonic 2 movie as
Yeah,
well.
I did. Really
It's had
enjoyed
a bit
it.
of everything as well.
I was really pleased.
Like, I've seen a lot of people saying that we were a little bit disappointed by the halfway mark, but then it picks up towards the end, which I agree with. But at the time, I was thinking like, this is just nice family fun, and then it ends, and it's like really, really good.
The ending's class. I love the ending.
No spoilers. Apparently.
Yeah, we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
No,
But if you're a fan of Sonic 2,
the actor's voice is
Sonic
fine.
3.
And actually, Tails' voice in Sonic 2 is the voice from the games.
Yep. Actors' voices take out the immersion. No, I think Ben Schwartz does a really good job of Sonic, actually.
Yeah, I do.
And there's been that many Sonic voice actors now that it's not really a big deal that it's not. I can't even think of his name off the top of my head.
Oh, fuck. Did Roger
I
somebody?
normally know this, but yeah, Roger Craig Smith, yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Like, for me, again, I'm going to butcher the name. I can't think of his name. But the Sonic Adventure voice actor guy was like my Sonic. Ryan Drummond. There you go, Frankie. Yeah, nice one. That was my Sonic voice. And then I was disappointed when they changed it for the... Was it like the 4Kids voice or something that was like really bad? I didn't like that 4Kids period. I think that was the Sonic X sort of. And then Roger Craig Smith came and that was a much better voice. And then I like Ben Schwartz anyway, to be honest.
I think he does a good job. And Idris is very good as Knuckles. Fits
Idris
Knuckles'
is very
character.
good, yeah. And Jim Carrey, I think is brilliant.
Oh man, like he's like perfect as Robotnik.
Has anyone had the sign movement thing in this beta prototype thing? You know, the guy who wants his sign moved. I couldn't get it to trigger. Yeah, that's true. Japan have had the same Sonic voice actor. I never liked the stories. I mean, since adventure games haven't really been anything for me. The when they were mixing like classic Sonic and modern Sonic and like the same thing, it seemed just didn't really feel like a believable story. Like all these dimensions and stuff, and you've got like a random weird, chubby, fat classic Sonic compared to like this modern day. Nothing beats like the story of Adventure 1 for me.
I think both adventures were good, but there's something about Sonic Adventures 1 story, and it just tied things together really well. You got a bit of Knuckles' backstory and his kind and everything. Obviously, you had the hunt for Chaos Emeralds, and when you did everything, including Big the Bloody Cat, you obviously got the Supersonic bit, which was really cool.
Ekal I liked as well, actually. Good character.
And Adventure 2 was just good fun. The only thing I found a little bit off with it was I can see why they put Tails and Robotnik obviously in their machines, but I liked Tails like floating around and flying and doing stuff.
I did, mate. I'd like Tails in Adventure 1, actually. I know, even though he kind of just repeats the same levels as Sonic, but I did quite like that concept that he's like racing Sonic. It was just adding a little bit with the flying through the green things. Just cool. Different paths around the stages. I liked it. But the machine stuff, it's very hard to play that stuff these days. It's like mind-numbing. And the Knuckles stages are like worse as well, Knuckles and Rouge, than like Sonic Adventure 1. Find the Emeralds, I quite enjoy it actually. But for some reason, the Sonic Adventure 2 ones, they're just so bloody
tedious, aren't they? I think is what I
tedious.
describe.
Yeah, some of those stages. But the Sonic and Shadow levels are like the best of the whole series, I'd say. Yeah.
Well, it's iconic, isn't it? Shooting down San Francisco. After jumping out of that helicopter in Sonic Adventure 2. So fucking good.
Spoilers? What spoilers do we do? I don't think we spoiled the film anyway, unless someone did in the chat.
I say we didn't spoil the film. Don't dismiss.
I mean, we've been spoiling the games, but the game's about 25 years old now, so what are you gonna do? Yes, Scribe, same email. That was one of the things I really liked. Seeing the same story, but from like 6 different points of view.
Yeah, it was really clever. It all linked together, didn't it?
Together.
Like Tails all going around feeling like he's in Sonic's shadow the entire time, and
I shed a tear for the E102 ending as well. You know, where he kills himself and then the little flicky comes out of him.
Yeah, that was a bit dark, wasn't it? A bit dark back in the day.
Mm.
I liked it though. I thought it was very well put together, and it all came together at the end with Supersonic, didn't it? And Perfect Chaos and apparently
This new Jet Set Radio Crazy Taxi news. What were you going to say, Matt? Just finish that point.
they you know where they start chanting for Sonic at the end of Sonic Adventure 1 with the emeralds. Apparently they filmed that at a game convention or a release event for something around the Dreamcast. They recorded them doing it there, chanting Sonic, and then put it into the game.
I didn't know that. That's a pretty cool. What would that be called? Not an Easter egg. A fact, I suppose.
I suppose Frankie's right. We're Shenmue Day. We're chatting about Sonic the fucking Hedgehog.
It's true. There's a lot. We're just talking about general Sega, in a sense. It's just mostly Sonic heavy, but. Jet Set, there you go then, Matt. So Jet Set Radio Crazy Taxi News. I don't think there's been any more on that since.
It's been very quiet, hasn't
it? Not
since?
really got much to talk about in that sort of sense, but.
Yeah, it's been very quiet.
Subscribe, same here, matey. As soon as I played that, I played one of the kiosks in the Odeon cinema.
Man.
And I'd got a Dreamcast anyway, but playing Sonic Adventure.
It was a different world, wasn't it? Just different world.
It's just
altogether.
Insane. Honestly, insane. It blew me away. What amazes me, and I said this in one of the Discord chats the other day, but going from like 1991, 5 years, we had Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic CD, that Chaotix, you know, all these mainline sort of Sonic games, Game Gear games, Master System games, Sonic R and Sonic Jam on the Saturn. That was 5 years, mate. That's insane to me. And then 5 years on from that, you've got Sonic Adventure 2, and actually Sonic Adventure 2 was the 10-year anniversary of the Sonic series.
Yeah,
you could buy the on Earth in a decade? Yeah, I can't imagine in my head how that's even worked. 10 years, they've gone from like 2D graphics to like Shenmue graphics in 10 years. And then, you know, since then, just to put that into perspective, the last Sonic game, Sonic Forces, was released in, what was it, 2017 or 2018?
17. So it's 5 years, isn't it?
So it's been almost 5 years since the last Sonic game, and how much stuff happened in. Yeah, I conveniently left out Sonic Shuffle Silver, but I just think that's bonkers. Like, just the advancements in technology and everything like really went tenfold. And I know we're still having advancements today, especially in like the graphics card situations and that sort of stuff. But just what's happened in that little piece of time history compared to these days, it's just on another level, isn't it?
I mean, innovation in gaming's gone in my mind. Like, unless you're in the VR sector, I think that has room to be really innovative and really groundbreaking, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But like gaming as a whole, I think it's very samey, isn't it? No one wants to break the mold. A lot of indie titles try something new, but mainline gaming doesn't anymore. Whereas I think when we were growing up, they were trying everything games, weren't they? They're trying graphically. From a gameplay point of view, anything and everything was different. But
well, look at Shenmue, for example, man. That is like
probably
the biggest risk, in gaming history, isn't it? In terms of like what the game is. You only have to take the 3-hour chunk at the end of Shenmue 2 as a point to prove on that. I think this is slightly rearranged, by the way. I don't know if anyone can confirm.
The machines are closer
the layout
here,
of the arcade.
aren't they?
Definitely something going on with the space area thing. It just looks so out of place, rammed up against the wall there.
And we're talking about like Shenmue and the world building and everything around it. Like gaming these days, you look at open world games, they all try to be massive, don't they? Like massive open worlds with, not a lot in them. Why don't games, and this is just a personal opinion, why don't games sort of make the world smaller but like vastly detailed? But everything
they could do, couldn't they?
That's
what Shenmue 1 had going for it.
vastly detailed world with lots to do, lots of characters. You know, your actions change the world. Everything's got a purpose, rather than sort of traversing sort of dead woodland or whatever. And I've just played Horizon Forbidden West. Love the story in that game. It's a really good game. But you do spend a lot of time traversing through all this crap to then get to the next bit. And it's like, if they just went smaller but detailed, I'd be all in it.
Isn't this the normal darts music rather than Neo darts?
Hey Ginger, by the way.
Isn't this the normal darts music rather than Neo darts? Oh, I can't even hear it.
It is. It's normal darts.
Was it? Yeah.
Thought we'd do an arcade.
Which is weird because they had the Neo darts music in Shenmue 1, didn't they? So. Yo, Nathan.
Hey,
nice
Nathan.
to have you with us, buddy. What are you saying, Frankie? Problem is, it takes so many people and so much time these days. AAA dev houses have hundreds upon hundreds of developers, whereas if you look at the credits for Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, there's like five programmers.
I just got a message about an interview.
Ooh, nice one, man.
Yes. I'll have a read of that in a minute.
Is that a personal message or?
Well, it's bloody hell. It's in our Twitter.
Yeah. Just saying. Nice one, man. That'll be a good one.
I need to have a read of that later. Here's the question: as we're talking about Shenmue, and obviously WiseNet and Air Twister and everything. Where does this put WiseNet now with this new game coming out? What are they doing? What do we think they're doing?
Do we think they're working on more than just, or they have been working on more than just Air Twister?
Yeah, of course they have.
And what involves the 1110 Industries stuff now?
Damn it, sheep! You ruined my interview.
I just said the 1110, 110 Industries thing. Because it seems like the rumours of that 110 Industries stuff has kind of died down. We were speculating that possibly because they don't want to overshadow anything that's happening with WiseNet with this Air Twister thing, it's not the right time and place, is it really, to start talking about other projects when Yu Suzuki's got something he's been working on for the past potentially 2 or 3 years. So
yeah, so it's been, I don't know how long Air Twister's been in development for, but I know he's spoken about wanting to do like a Space Harrier successor years ago, didn't he? So he's obviously had that in his mind for quite a while, pitched it and got it out there, which is great, and I'm all for it. But I mean, WiseNet's expanded its headquarters. It's over 2 floors now. They've got to be working on, in my mind, multiple projects.
I think it is telling that they've just gone radio silent. I think
yeah,
they must have realised they can't tease something at the moment.
Yeah, I think we'll get... I think like towards the end of the year, if we haven't heard anything, be it 110 or elsewhere, then we might have to reset where we are. But
he could have like put a little message out that said like, apologies for like saying that something's going to happen and we've decided to delay that announcement or something, just so we know where we're at. But
then it creates expectation, I suppose, doesn't it? But I don't know.
That's true as well. We're patient people, aren't we, guys? So
shit.
No. I say we're patient. Frankie's been counted the week since 7 weeks.
Yeah, and Sliver, you're right. If Air Twister's already on the way, they've got to be on to a next project. I think you're right. And the thing is, because they've expanded the headquarters, in theory they've expanded the team that are there, and therefore may have split the team into separate projects.
Yeah, I mean, who knows, really? It's just one to keep an eye out on. We'll definitely get something eventually. Oh, nice one, Stu. Just had an Apple TV, coincidentally. The thing is, as well, like archive.org, if they are making arcade filler or whatever you want to word it as, I see it as a good thing as well. I said it at the start, but like if they are making a Space Harrier type clone, Yu Suzuki's doing, and who knows, he could have a plan in place to like do this type of game, perhaps do another arcade title for Apple Arcade, perhaps another one, and then have an arcade like Matt's doing right now in Shenmue 2, but in Shenmue 4, and those are the arcade
Yeah.
titles because they can't get these Sega properties in.
And that'd be really cool,
You know,
I think.
that would be a cool idea, wouldn't it?
I'm all for it. I think WiseNet branching out away from Shenmue. Obviously, we want Shenmue 4, don't get me wrong, but them having multiple irons in the fire is just sensible. You're not going to run a business just off of Shenmue. You can't. You're asking for trouble, in my mind, if you're trying to do that. So having these other projects knocking around just makes sense.
We're getting such an influx of like Shenmue stuff at the moment. We've only just finished the anime. It's still rerunning. It still hasn't even finished its run in Japan at the moment. So we're definitely still in a good place.
I think we're in a very good place. Very, very good place. I think we just got to hold our patience a little bit and see what comes and enjoy Air Twister when it comes out.
And definitely Archive. I mean, that's Yu Suzuki's bread and butter, isn't it? Like the arcade stuff they used to do back in the day, Space Harrier, Hang On, Outrun. That's how he got his name in the industry, really. So to see him working on arcade-style games in 2022 is a bloody godsend, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
It's like insane that the bloke's still going and still creating these arcade titles, regardless of, how Shenmue's getting on as well.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Frankie reckons that whatever the 110 is, it's a spin-off of not 4.
Spin-off.
I think they're mad if they do anything other than 4. Unless they, of course, go in and remake, redo the whole lot, like one game, all the story, all the way through.
That'd be mad, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would be mad. So, 11 chapter Shenmue, it's just called Shenmue.
Yeah, all of it. But
that would be crazy.
I think they'd be mad to do anything other than Shenmue 4 or something to finish the story. Would I fund or buy Shenmue NFTs? I don't know how I feel about them, quite frankly.
I don't see NFTs really as like a real thing.
No, I don't.
Weird. Like how it's apparently like you own the original artwork of something, so they could release some of those very early concept arts from back in the day and claim it's an NFT, one of a kind. This is the original file that we used or whatever. It just doesn't feel like anything to me still.
No, I don't like them really. Although it's a hard thing to do. I think NFT, if they went down that route, just cause them a load of shit. It's not worth it anyway. I don't think they should be doing it. What about Shenmue fighting game and then use the fighting engine in Shenmue 4? Possibly, if there's a guarantee of a Shenmue 4, I'd be up for it. Because there's enough characters they can use for a fighting game. But this is the other issue, actually, and something that's popped into my head, is the Shenmue website through Sega is still down. It's been down for a month. They know about it.
I'm not sure why, but
they bloody know about it, because everybody's told them on Twitter. I dropped them a message to say, your site's down, just letting you know. So they fucking know about it, so what's going on there?
And they're still selling the game. It's not like Shenmue's been and gone.
No. It's really weird.
Someone was suggesting that perhaps they're just not bothered about paying for the servers or whatever they had. I don't know. It can't be that much, surely. We pay for bloody a few domains, don't we, just to get people directed to the dojo still?
I mean, Frank, you could be gearing up to relaunch the website. I mean, you've got to think if they're going to release anime merch and link it all together, then it makes sense.
Yeah. Would be smart. I will mention as well now, the WiseNet have got a new website as well. It's really cool. If you have not checked that out, guys, see if I can get a link for that, actually. Is it just wisenet.com or something like that?
It's WiseNet Game or .game or something.
WiseNet.
It's much better than
really
their
cool
old
website,
one.
Yeah.
That's the one. Thanks, Sheep.
Who's done that?
Sheep and Frankie
Cheers,
checked
Sheep.
it in. Yeah, it's much better than the old one, for sure.
Yeah, that's true as well, Sean. Better to have something than nothing. So it's I don't know what's going on really.
None of us do. Bugger, 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 go away. Oh, he's... I thought he disappeared then.
Is he giving you a prize for that as well?
Yeah. Lapping up some prizes.
Yeah, right collection going on here. Not...
Slow, got a bit of slow down here actually.
Have you been to the pawn shops, Stuart? If you're still in the chat, pawn shops, anything different with them?
Jet Cola is green there. I think, Sean, you're right. They you'd think they would keep it up for some reason, but don't know why they haven't.
That was cool seeing. I think Stuart pointed out there was a map that you get handed later that's like it looks as though they were planning on having the other side of the road in this Golden Quarter.
Yeah,
like,
that
playable.
was really cool.
Can you do the map glitch across? By the way, has anyone been across to the other side of the road and like just? Is that a thing you can do?
I don't know.
There's the map there on the bloody wall. The texture. Did you see it then?
I'm
a little bit behind. I'm just watching the stream. Yeah.
I'll go back. No problem.
Have you been across the road, Stuart? Like glitched it across or anything, or wall map thinking it? Please try, Scrub says.
I can't remember how to do the fucking match glitch.
This is where we go into like a brand new hotel or something. I'm sure Lemon or someone would have found it, but yeah, you see the map texture on the wall. Oh, I didn't mean that, but like across the road on the side of the building.
Which building was it? No.
You see it from there? You just looked at it. I'm sorry, Mark, because I'm a little bit behind you, so...
Ah, yeah, I see it. In the window.
Yeah.
How random.
So map glitch, do you know how to do it? You've got to have it as like you press Y and then go into maps or whatever and have it like as a... You're ready to... So when you press Y and A or whatever it is, it brings the map up instantly rather than... Like you need to be on the maps, don't you? I don't... Is it the main... It might have been your default main top left map.
I can't remember. You bloody do it. Am I being retarded? Probably.
You know the main map, so press Y and then it's the first icon on your inventory.
Ah, there we are. Being an idiot.
Yeah. You just have to make sure that is like what you were looking at. And then you've got to like bring it up as you're walking forward at the same time. Like do it really fast.
Right, hang on. Tell I don't use this very often.
I think you can run. Can you hold the trigger to run? And then as you're running, press Y and A fast.
Didn't work. No.
Might need to be quicker than that.
I think I've got a little bit of delay on here, but anyway. No, fuck it.
Something to try anyway, Stu, when you get your chance.
I'll piss around with it later.
That kind of looked like you did it then. I don't know.
It was me making a mess of it more than anything else, I think.
That's where we need Peter. Peter was like the god at that, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Well, he had a lot of practice, in fairness.
Whoa, did I just hear a bad word being used? What was that?
The R word.
R word?
Yeah. Probably shouldn't use that, but there we go.
Not in 2022, man.
No, I'll get
Cancelled.
shot. Bloody hell. So I'm just sorting a couple of bits out while I'm here. Oh.
Whenever you see that as the subtitles, by the way, when the brackets, that means provisional. So they haven't actually put in the subtitle for that kanji symbol in the brackets as provisional. Yo, Flying Waffle, good to see you as well, man. Tried linking to the image of the early map, but doesn't seem to have come through. Oh, I know what you mean, Stu. I can get that. It's probably because you're on YouTube. Is that a little bit more? Is it on the forums?
Get that in the diary.
Joy.
Thanks, Liver. Take care, man.
Ah.
For your screenshots, Stu. Thanks for putting all these back on, by the way.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Really don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
I think it's just an accident. The wrong box got ticked, didn't realise, and bang.
There it is. That's the right one, isn't it? Oh, is that even an image? .16. Why has it done all that?
That's,
oh, it does work though.
An image, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, I didn't mean to pain the man. Oh well. We're doing time wise.
Oh, take it easy, Sliver. Thanks for coming.
Excuse me.
Yu Suzuki's going to be working with Dallin in a minute.
Still can't take this bloody thing seriously.
Are you dreaming of me, Yu Suzuki? I do like the Dreamcast version of Shenmue 2. I feel like the colours are a bit better. Like it's way too colourful on Xbox, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
especially with the bloom and stuff. It's all like...
This is like very much more in line with Shenmue 1. Terry said that he reckons these hotels on the map Stuart linked are where those scenes in the anime took place, where Rio was asking for a room and got turned away. Yeah.
Well, that hotel is there on the other side of the road, isn't it?
Yeah, that Grand Hotel, whatever it's called, and maybe the police office? Or was that in Aberdeen?
I assume it's Aberdeen, but I might be wrong.
Alright. You've club now, is it?
That's quite funny. We can do a lucky hit stall, yeah.
Work on the lucky hit, because that's really weird if you haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do this job and I'll do it.
Like the camera angles and stuff's weird on that.
Emmy, new Yu Suzuki game. Yes, Air Twister, June 24th, Apple Arcade.
Get on it.
Get
if you've
on
got
it.
an Apple device anyway.
We are going to stream it. That's the intention anyway. We're going to stream it on the 24th.
It's an interesting idea, Stuart. There's probably a lot still on the disc or in the files or whatever we haven't discovered yet. 20 levels, yeah. Well, I think it said 19 actually, but
Bugger.
it sounds. I don't know. I mean, how many levels are in Space Area Map? Can you remember? There's about 19 in that.
Yeah, it's quite a few.
So I can imagine it being about a similar length to Space Area.
What do you reckon? 2-3 minutes a level?
I don't know. Is it going to be like that where if you die you go back to the start, or do you reckon it'll save your point and you can just pick up from stage 10 or whatever? It's going to be interesting if it's got real old school arcade harshness, or it's more in line with like Panzer Dragoon, where it saves you levels and you unlock a stage or whatever, and you can go back to it. Well, apparently it's got a lot of replayability, and you'll see different things on different runs and stuff, so that's interesting. Looking forward to the Air Twister stream. It'll be good.
Yeah.
It'll be the
gonna do
next
it.
one, will it, Matt?
Wow.
I think Titch is streaming next week. She just streamed, well, 2 days ago, if anyone was in that. It was a good stream. I'm pretty sure, because she was saying that she'd missed a few Shenmue Dojo streams, she's going to do this Thursday coming as well.
She had tonsillitis, didn't she?
So I don't know if she's still in the chat, if she can confirm, but yeah. Look out for Titch again on Twitch on Thursday coming. There you go.
There we are.
And then, so if we're doing that, so what's that? That's the 9th Thursday. Then we'll probably like have a week off, and then the following week can expect the Air Twister stream, and then the following week can expect the 4th of the month stream.
Lots of
So
streams.
we're doing lots of streams in the next few weeks. Idaida. That's what it sounds like, Frankie. Idaida. It says it so fast.
That's the point. You mentioned streams. Are we going to stream Summer Game Fest, or could we not be asked this year?
When's that again, man?
The
Is
9th.
that the 12th or something like that?
It's next
The
week.
9th?
The 9th? I might be making that up. It's next week.
That's Titch's day, so is it a late stream?
I don't know what time it runs, in fairness. I haven't got a bloody clue.
Summer Game Fest. I'm happy to do these events because I'm watching them anyway.
I keep dropping shit.
Returning live on June the 9th. We've got a time on that. See schedule. Summer Game Fest is at 2 PM EDT, so what time is it now?
7 o'clock our time then.
Oh, do you know that off by hand?
I do. I think it's 7 o'clock.
Yeah, they're 2 hours difference. Well, from this point, so 2 PM. It's 3:30 now. So yeah, go back in time 2 hours. Yeah, that makes sense. So it is 7 PM. It's up to you if you want to do that, Matt.
I'll check the diary first.
Because Titch will be on at 4 anyway.
I know last time we watched it, it turned into us ranting about how shit all these games were.
You never know.
And we did rant a lot. Oh, fuck.
There's supposed to be like some more stuff PlayStation-wise to come. Because they said at the end of that State of Play, didn't they? There's more to come on the
Looking then, shit.
Summer Game Fest.
Summer Game Rant. Yeah, it's pretty much what it was last year.
It's still enjoyable though, and
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
it's alright.
And Sega, I think I've seen an image where they've got all these
Sega
different
showed
logos.
some bits off.
Sega's got to be showing something. Probably Sonic Frontiers, a bit more of that, but you never know. They could be showing off this bloody Jet Set Radio Crazy Taxi thing.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we'll get the reason why the Shenmue website's down.
Origins, yeah.
Shenmue remastered, remade or something. Shenmue remake.
That'd be
Like
quality.
an official remake. I can't see that happening so close to like just having done the remasters, but
No, I can't see it.
that's like something that happens like 10 years down the line rather than like 3 or 4 into it, but you never know. Shenmue, the game, the anime, the game, or whatever the thing was.
I'll be very intrigued. But I mean, it'll be full. Summer Games Fest will be full of guns and swords and God knows what else. I wonder if Sega saw any uptick on the games from the anime. I imagine there would be some uptick. How much of
I'd
one?
have thought so.
I don't know.
Because we've seen people on Twitter saying like, "Oh, enjoying the anime, I'm going to play the games or whatever."
Yeah, that Panzer Dragon
yeah,
remake.
sure.
Yeah, that's been gone quiet actually. I know they're still working on it. I think we'll get that Turtles game as well. Shredder's Revenge will get. Rumours are that's going to get a release date at Summer Game Fest.
Okay.
And I really like the look of that game. I'm all in on that.
I'm all in on that.
I just got to decide what bloody
And
platform.
that Turtles
to buy it
collection
on.
as well.
Yeah, I'm going to get that as well.
Stray, that looked good as well.
Yeah, that looks alright, Stray.
Still waiting on a PS. Well, they were doing PS4, I guess, for House of the Dead, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Or at least the physical. They haven't announced that yet, but they said they were going to. Who's this dude with the glasses? Is he normally there?
I'm trying to talk to him about
Look at
Lucky
those
Hit.
bloody
But
cheetah tiger glasses or whatever he's wearing. That's pretty unusual. This dude in the game normally, Stuart? I don't recognise this dude with the glasses. Look at those fucking glasses.
damn it. I'll go somewhere else, get a job. Oh, he is in
Yeah,
the
this guy's in the final. Okay.
Need the glasses.
That bit there, you know, how the guy stops you from going into like the warehouse area. I always wondered if they did have intentions to do forklifting in Shenmue 2 and they had built a bit of an area and...
Well, they had the 70-man battle code in, didn't they, in this build?
Because I always thought it was weird just having a guy guarding a thing and then as you walk up to it, he says you can't come in here. But then there was like no use, like you could never go in there, so it just seemed like a weird thing. You could have just walled it off if it was that.
Panzer Dragon was a really good remake.
Yeah,
Thoroughly
I
enjoyed
haven't
that.
played the House of the Dead one yet. I was
I
looking forward to just because I was waiting for it on the PS4, and apparently they're using the Move controller as well, which is good.
I've got to decide what platform to buy these Turtles, well, the Turtles game on.
So it feels like a Switch, I know what you mean, but I would, just for what I collect at the moment, I would pick it up on PlayStation, but
Shredder's Revenge, Frankie. Sort of, it's made in the old mold of the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade games. Love them as a kid.
and they're also doing an anthology game that's
Yeah.
got like every Turtles game.
Cowabunga
2v1.
collection.
Yeah, oh, it looks so good, doesn't it?
You've got like Turtles in Time, you've got the arcade games, you've got Hyperstone Heist, you've got Tournament Fighters on there. It's so good.
Yeah, some of like the, I don't know if the Spectrum game is on there. I used to have it on the Spectrum.
I had the
But I think
Turtles,
it's
Turtles
I think
game
the Spectrum
on.
one's based on the NES or SNES version or something.
I had it on the Commodore 64, the arcade version.
Did you?
Yeah.
Probably the one that I played then. Yeah.
It was really good for a little shitty Commodore thing. It was really good fun.
And you can get the Turtle Buzz. That one.
The arcade game was amazing. We had it at our wedding. We hired the arcade cabinet for the Turtles.
No way. That's cool. What a cool idea. Yeah, that was a bit of a popular thing then.
Yeah, it was like a crowd of people. We had that, Donkey Kong, Point Blank, because House of the Dead was broken.
No way. That's cool, hiding out arcades. I always remember being in the Odeon, and I was playing like it was either Turtles or the Simpsons arcade, and obviously there's 4 sticks in there. You can have 4 players all around this machine, and we'd put like a couple of quid in or whatever because I was just playing it. I was gonna, if I died, I'd play it again. And some random bloody kid come up and pressed credit and started playing with us, like used our credits, used our pound coins. Some bloody random
Give him a
kid.
slap. The Simpsons arcade game as well. That's good fun. I played that. Over in Milton Keynes, actually, they've got a it's called Pixel Bunker. They got like a little arcade. So little, it's quite big, but they got all the old retro arcade machines in there.
Sounds good. The last time I saw it, I think we've mentioned it on a previous stream, but that was in Landudno. So get yourself down to Landudno or up, depending on where you live.
I need to go to a proper arcade again. I love them.
Oh, Frankie, stop going on about Arcade Club. They've got 2 in Arcade Club. So it's not just Setley like just rubbing it in the face, they've got one in. They've got 2.
Try and get a bloody job, shall we? Oh, that's directions.
The one... no, that's true, Frankie. I will do eventually. The one I did, Matt, was in South Carmine. There's a few jobs in there. Arubaito, it's the right option.
And then...
Yo, James Rayner, well, it's the Game Jam version, James.
Is it
Left,
left,
Yu Suzuki.
right or down?
It's left.
Lovely. We do need to get a proper fans meetup going at some point, probably in the summer. Well, I say in the summer, we're in the summer, but you know what I mean. It's finding the time to organise it. And where. Hey James, by the way, man, how's it going?
Interesting.
I thought the game just froze.
This job thing does the weird thing here. Yeah, it does. Look at the character glitch thing then. And a little bit later, like all the camera just feels like weird for some reason. And the only NPCs walking around are the actual customers.
Oh yeah, so my friend's coming this way. Shenmue Northwest UK meeting. Well, he's not engaging.
Can you look at him a little bit more?
There we go. This is so weird without the voices.
A detailed Yu Suzuki hairline.
Yeah, we do need to do a proper meet-up again. It's good fun, the last one.
That last one was really good, man. Really enjoyed it. Do 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 do.
Maybe one where I don't need to take my PC next time. Be good.
True. Proper bloody projector screen thing with audio would have been good, wouldn't it?
Mm.
I know we did have that big projector thing, but shame about the audio.
Yeah. Luckily I have my laptop with me, although that's died a death since then.
How was it?
Yeah. That just died. I got rid of it.
Was it Scribe's headphones or something we used?
We used some of mine, I think. I had some of my gaming headphones with me. Hire out a cinema screen. Yeah.
That would be cool, wouldn't it? We could watch like a Shenmue the movie or something, and I don't know, would we watch the whole show run of the anime, or is that too long?
It's like 4 hours.
If we could.
Or am I making that up?
That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Roughly something like that. Yeah, anime marathon. Actually, not on the big screen, that'd be cool.
25 minutes an episode, 13 episodes.
Possibly if you cut out like the credits and that sort of stuff, just made it as one big.
Mm.
There you go, Odeon playlist. I suppose it's no longer than a bloody Lord of the Rings film.
No, no, true.
Obviously, we'd have some interludes, maybe like between after the Shenmue 1 stuff, maybe have a toilet break, get some popcorn.
do that. I didn't know that. I think I've just lost. Yes, I did.
What's that? A lot of them Wildwood restaurants at a cinema you can book out. Don't think I've heard of that. What's Wildwood?
Is it a pizza restaurant or am I making that up? See you later, James. Have a good one.
Oh, cheers, James. Did you not win that one? No.
No,
Wasn't really paying
I
attention.
lost.
Oh, lucky. That's the only problem with working the lucky hit shift, isn't it? If you lose one, you kind of like not gonna get any money.
Shenmue-a-thon with all 3 games in one sitting. You can do it. Absolutely do it. You'd have to how quick can you do Shenmue 1? It's about 10 hours, isn't it? Because of all the waiting around.
Something like that, yeah.
Speed
I know you
run.
can skip this one, but if you show what you're on about, would you
like,
show it off in the cinema or something?
No, if you condense, like, because Nathan's mentioning doing all 3 games in one sitting.
Oh right, yeah.
So you could do it in a day, because you can speed run Shenmue 2 fairly quickly.
Shenmue 3, I reckon you'd have to have like a
You need a new game plus.
Yeah, maxed out moves.
So I reckon you can knock that out in 12 hours.
Probably yeah, without the grinding.
Yeah. Probably quicker, actually.
If not quick, maybe quicker than that. That'd be a good experiment to see how fast you could do Shenmue 3 with like maxed out from the start. Because there's not really much time wasting in Shenmue 3, is there? You can always skip to the next event.
To the next event and stuff, so that's not the end of the world.
It's a lot of like running back and forth though, like especially in the Albu, you've got to run all the way to the end of the Albu and then all the way back before the shortcuts open up. In a new game plus, are the shortcuts open, do you know, or are they
No, they're
shut
shut
again?
They're shut until you hit the story point that opens them up.
See, that would have been good for New Game Plus. Keep them open.
Hey,
Yo, Sonic Shenmue, how are you doing?
He's stuck doing.
Has anyone actually speedrun Shenmue 3 yet?
I'm sure I've seen Digital Duck try it, but I could be wrong.
Is this glitched? You saying?
I'm wondering because there's no one coming.
Can you look to the right? There's no one stuck to the right of you.
No, I can see. And the guy ain't come back yet.
I guess he will do, right? It's not properly screwed.
Well, if it is,
If it's screwed, we'll have to blame Scribe. If it ended the stream early.
Nobody here. Fucking disappeared.
You do the map glitch.
Can't do anything apart from ask if anyone wants to play Lucky Hit. People in lockdown. Appropriate.
Yeah. Nice. 1987. The
I
COVID.
think the clock's moving. Yeah, the clock's moving.
I reckon the dude will come back at least, won't he? About 2ish. Yeah, I know what you mean, Nathan. They must have fucking really hammered it out the door to get all this fixed and whatnot. But then again, you know, the amount of staff that they had working on the game.
Well, yeah.
And to be fair, I think this build, was this like December or something?
Shown in
can't
April,
remember.
wasn't it?
I know it was shown in April, but wasn't the build like built in December, and so there is a 3-month period or something where we don't know when it was actually produced, this build. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? And then the day 1 patch.
I know. It's sort of the norm these days.
Considering like how, not, you know, it's still playable, but how broken this build is compared to the finished product, and then, you know, what was actually released, and was that had to have been produced on a disc as well
Mm-hmm.
to meet that date as well. So even when you say like what was the official release date of Shenmue 2 in Japan? Does anyone know off the top of their heads?
I have to... How long does Lucky Hitman normally take to come back?
6th of September. What was that? 6th of September in Japan, was that? It says so. Yeah, Japan 6th of September, so April, May, June, July, August. So like 4 or 5 months. They fixed all the problems and had it produced on discs and ready in shops on the shelves. It's pretty insane, isn't it?
Mad, isn't it? Whereas now, like we were saying, some games ship in worse states than this, in fact.
Yep.
I reckon I might have to call this, you know.
It's a shame, man. Hopefully, I mean, he could come back, but he may not either.
I don't think he's coming back. I think.
Is there anything you can do, like reset it and then put a different area code in or something and jump?
Hey, Ali, how's it
Yo,
going?
Ali. You okay, man?
Want to add
Thanks
a
for joining
short
us.
thread, don't play Lucky Hit, yeah.
Not very exciting gameplay at the moment, Ali. We're a bit stuck. Lucky it actually worked okay in, like I say, I was doing it in South main quarter.
Yeah, it's bugged here, I reckon.
It seems like it's fucked here.
I'm quite happy to listen to the music, but I think it's
Wonder
bugged.
what music plays at the ending scene, Dreamcast or Xbox version. Still curious as to why Xbox versions play what was previously considered the Dreamcast music. Have you not seen the ending cutscene of this build? It kind of just cuts.
Yeah, it just
Nathan
stops.
and goes back to the
It just...
yeah.
Because I thought it crashed.
Yeah, you put the mirror in, and then it kind of just ends.
Yeah, it just crashed on
like
me.
it wasn't even finished. Tweetathon seems to be going really well today.
Busy. Very busy.
Very busy.
Just waiting and waiting for this Lucky Hitman to come back, which I don't think he is. I'll get it to 1 o'clock in the game and then I'll have to have a look.
Yep.
Bloody thing.
Oh, well, man. So yeah, don't try and earn money this way, guys. Just
No.
save scum and wait with Dallin. He's your best bet. Not that you earn much anyway from Lucky It, like I said.
Nah, it's very shit money. Like, quite often you lose money.
Yeah. Well, you don't lose your own money, but you die.
Ah, bugger it. Alright, let's close this down. Because it's clearly not working. Piece of crap. Well, I can't really moan too much because it is a beta build.
Shame.
That. What time is it? Catch.
10 to 10-ish.
Ah, not too bad. Not too bad. Let me pull up Lawrence's site quickly and let's see if I can dump the game in somewhere. And show a little bit of it off. Info. There we go.
Yeah, I think we've been pretty busy today on all accounts. On Twitter.
Yeah, it's been busy again. I do think the anime's helped it, like, all day.
Yep.
In my mind, anyway. Like, people are really engaged with it, which is cool. Game Jam. Let's have a drop it into somewhere.
Oh, Adam Korolick retweeted your tweet earlier, Nathan, if you didn't see that.
Ah, very nice.
Retro Godfather's playing a vinyl record. Tweet that. A few giveaways out on Twitter as well, guys. If you're not seeing, we've got a giveaway going
We have the
for
map
Sacred
giveaway.
Spot Map. Shenmue Forever's got a few. Is he giving away the games or something?
Yeah, the game's split across 2 giveaways.
But if you've been after those maps that are in Japan at the moment for the Shenmue anime event, head on over to the Twitter Dojo account. Probably scroll for about 50 tweets and you'll find the one. I think it was. Did you do it about 1 o'clock-ish today?
Yeah, it was 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Any idea why the Japanese anime run is after other places on the globe? Yeah, I'm not sure on that. I'm not sure why they delayed it, unless there's some sort of licensing thing. Crunchyroll is like an American brand, I believe. Same with Adult Swim, isn't it? So maybe they had like the exclusivity rights in a sense. God knows. But even that's flying, man. They're coming to the tail end of their bloody show run now in Japan already, which is crazy.
When is it?
I think they're like on episode 8 or 9, aren't they?
Bloody hell, are they? That's gone quick.
Sonic Shenmue says he doesn't participate in giveaways anymore after winning the music box.
We'll play some Lucky Hit now, rather than try and do a job.
Yeah, man.
Because I don't want to bug it again. Music box, yeah, that was a damn good giveaway.
Congrats on winning that again. That was probably the biggest giveaway we've ever done in it.
Yeah, they were really good with that way, actually. I'm quite happy to do that.
Yeah, well, fair play to the holding that giveaway. I think they mentioned that it would be okay to do, and then, you know, fair play to them.
Yeah, he followed through.
Considering the thing's like 300 quid. Cheers, Terry. Is that the giveaway link, is it?
Damn.
Yeah, spot on. Have a go with that. You need to follow. Well, I'm sure you already follow us on Twitter anyway, alright, guys? So just like and retweet. And then you sorted.
Above question. What question's that? Episode
What was
10.
that, man? Sorry?
There's a Retro 16-bit gamers put thoughts on the above question, but I don't know what question he's referring to.
Ever think they should have made Shenmue 3 in the same graphical style as 1 and 2? It's kind of unfeasible, in my opinion, because, you know, you're trying to market it to the mass population, aren't you? You know, it's very specific if you're making it in Dreamcast graphics. I mean, it probably would have sold okay still. And it could have been a talking point, I guess, for like, you know, this is a game that's gone back to the roots kind of thing. But I think the thing with Yu Suzuki is always striving for the latest technology and stuff. And
you've also got to consider
the game looks great.
They'd be making it on an old system with little documentation around now. It'd be more cost prohibitive to make it in this engine.
Yeah,
like
but I mean, I think
scratch.
he's saying like not particularly like on a Dreamcast, but in Dreamcast graphical style.
I mean, I thought Shenmue 3 looked like Dreamcast on steroids. Yeah, there's a few things they could have made different, don't get me wrong, but I thought generally speaking it did the presentation they made was very good. The environments were stunning. There was the odd character model that did make you wonder a tiny bit, but
Yep. But for the most part, it looked great, didn't it?
I've won a can.
Oh, nice. Winning can.
I think overall they did a good job with it, and the way it was put together, and the graphics were fine for me. Some of the animations are a bit stiff, yeah. I think that's just symptomatic of the budget and what they had.
They made it look similar to 20-year-old tech. There would have been no way that they could have sold it at the $60 price
I mean,
point.
I don't know if it
That's
should have
another
been
good
sold at
point as well.
$60 anyway. That was a big point of discussion when it came out, wasn't it? I know we were a bit like, it was risky,
True,
wasn't
I mean,
it?
I know on Kickstarter I was happy enough to give them $60 or whatever, but when it came to like a proper release of at least of the UK, they were trying to charge 60 quid or something daft, weren't they?
Yeah, it's
Was
like
it 50 or 60 quid?
50 quid, wasn't it? And it's like, I'm not being funny. That's, PlayStation 4 games at that point were 40 quid.
Yeah, it was a bit of a asking a lot really of people, because most of the fans had already got the game. So you're asking like people to spend $49.99 on a game that they've got no idea about. Technically, trying to pick up new gamers, they should have done it $29.99 in my opinion.
Do I
think that would have been the right price point.
Do I think Microsoft will shell out for Shenmue 4 exclusivity? No, they're not interested.
They weren't bothered with Shenmue 3, so why would they be for Shenmue 4?
I can't see it. It might be on there, it might be multi-plat, but I can't see it. I can't see them shelling out for it. And actually, it's probably the worst thing to do by going exclusive to another console.
Yeah.
Because then you've got 4 games split over generations and consoles. I think you'd be out.
They should stick to Sony now. If they're going to do it exclusive, they kind of got to stick to Sony, aren't they?
Yeah.
But the thing is, I mean, even if they don't do exclusive and they do release Shenmue 4 on Xbox, I mean, there's your issue again, that Shenmue 3 never was released, unless they do release Shenmue 3 as well, but it hasn't been to this point. So if you're skipping a generation or Shenmue 3, if you're skipping that on Xbox and going straight to 4, that doesn't make any sense either, does it?
You've either got to release 3 on it at the same time or just before it,
Yeah.
or not at all, because otherwise it's
Ace on, by the way. I was like midpoint.
I can't see it. I can't see Microsoft doing it, and I don't know what the deal was in place with Sony around exclusivity and everything either. So it may never come to Xbox. You'd be shooting yourself in the foot. I think they need to go multi-plat. And if they can get 3 on Xbox as part of going multi-plat, then I think that'd be the wisest thing to do.
Yeah, if they can bring it to Xbox and say like, oh, it's free on Game Pass and Shenmue 4 is coming out next week, spot on in it. That'd be the way to do it. Oh, another winning can.
Yeah, I've got 2 cans in a row. Weird.
Akira.
They could do a recap
I suppose
video.
they could just do a recap vid, but it just would be a bit sour, wouldn't it, to people skipping 3? They can play 1 and 2, but they can't play 3 on Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird, isn't it? I get putting a recap on for Shenmue 3 is why it makes absolute sense, because people may not have picked it up, but
What would you put in a recap of Shenmue 3? Like, I'm not poking fun at like the storybook content, but what do you think in the story of Shenmue 3 deserves to be in like
so you'd have Cave,
5 or 10 minute recap?
you'd have the Cave, you'd have Rio getting taken down by the thugs
The Bailu.
in Bailu. You'd have then him beating them, the training arc, like a little bit of that.
Chai, would you show him or not?
Chai,
I suppose he has to be important.
you have to a little
in a
bit,
sense.
because you'd have to show him at the end of it, maybe.
Yeah.
And then you show Niaowu stuff off the lore bit, as Sheep's just mentioned about the Verdant Bridge. Niaowu,
That's true, yeah. The Verdant Bridge stuff's good.
you can speed that
Maybe
up.
some of the conversations, like a cutscene in Shenmue and Rio talking about the mirror, whatever, and the before moving into the Niaowu stuff, and then he'd be showing off the mysterious lady that ends up being Niao's son or whatever, and so there's still enough. And the tree, obviously, the ternary spring tree sequence, that would probably make the thing, wouldn't it? Like, you knew my father.
Yeah, that was a good cutscene. I like that. I'll give it. Oh, bloody hell. People everywhere.
I would make a good video, to be honest, if someone's up for the challenge.
Yeah.
try and make your own recap video.
Of Shenmue 3.
you
Get
think?
all the cutscenes in 4K or whatever, and
Yeah.
see what you can do with it. I'd happily watch it and see what it looked like. Yeah, I mean, I watched the recap video on Shenmue 3 just to see what it was.
Yeah, I did.
Like.
Yeah.
It's actually, believe it or not, one of the first things I did. I didn't actually play the game first. I went through the credits and looked at the Kickstarter stuff.
I did the digest movies first.
I probably spent sort of half an hour arsing about with that stuff, and then then start the game up.
I did that back in the day with Shenmue 2, watching the digest movie.
And Retro Godfathers sort of hit the nail on the head here. Like Shenmue 3, for what for its faults, it does have faults. We know that. Let's be honest. What have we got out of it? A game, merchandise, anime, soundtracks, the lot. Shenmue is in a far better place because of Shenmue 3. Hands down. Hands down. Like, it goes without saying.
It's kind of like rekindled Yu Suzuki and his studio. These releasing another game.
Exactly.
How long was it between games? Was it Shenmue 2 and then he didn't do a game until Shenmue 3? I know he did like the Shenmue City and
he did Virtua
online
Fighter
was going to
4,
be a thing, but
and didn't he do Outrun 2 as well? But he was sort of
okay,
done
fair
by
enough.
he was done by sort of 04, wasn't he? Like he just stopped.
So there's not been a game for like 14, 15 years.
So
really, if you're saying 04 to 2019.
Yeah, so 15 years. And then you obviously make Shenmue 3, which is a massive project, gets the studio out there. They've completed a big project like that, and they're now working on other things. So it's paved the way, not
really
just
good.
for Shenmue, it's paved the way for Wisnet.
That's really good, man. So he's done Shenmue 3, anime series, Air Twister, and there's more to come.
Yeah.
In like the past 3 or 4 years.
Do a bit of betting, and then I'm going to call the stream.
And Nathan says Sega Race TV as well. But when was that released? Is it still sort of a similar timeline?
Where we reviewed Shenmue 3. That was...
What's that?
Sonic
Shenmue Dojo Show. Oh, that was good.
That was good. And we really enjoyed doing that.
2008. Okay, Nathan. So 11 years then. 10 or 11 years.
Right, I'm max betting this. So
Ooh, that's interesting. Sai says he hasn't played a Shenmue game yet.
Ah, you need to.
He was in the Shenmue 3 one, didn't he? So this one, if you're watching this, a bit of a random one to be fair. We're playing Shenmue 2 on the Dreamcast, but this is like an old prototype version. So it's unfinished what you're seeing. It's not far off the end product, but
Shenmue Online, yeah.
yeah. But he's back. He's back, Ali.
He is. I don't think he gets the respect he deserves, actually, when you look through gaming history. But I don't think gaming helps itself with history.
And probably, to be fair, like a lot of gamers these days probably don't even know who he is. It's like, because of that hiatus,
Yeah, like Shenmue Online was sure the better comes back, and I do agree with that. But I see what they were doing. They were trying to cash in on sort of the online thing. But why not make Shenmue 3 at that point? That's what everybody wanted. That's what the fans wanted. They could do it. It wasn't that long after Shenmue 2 had been announced and released on Xbox either. It just made no sense. And again, this sort of feeds into the 110 stuff, doesn't it? Why would you do a spin-off when everybody wants Shenmue 4? I don't...
but all over the place, Chancellor. Topic of conversation was, we were just talking about Yu Suzuki's back with a bang any now, Shenmue 3, anime, Air Twister, potential Shenmue 4, whatever's supposed to be in the future, compared to where he was at the end of Shenmue 2 here. And he worked on a couple of titles, but it's been like a massive hiatus really for him. And now he's He's back, and he's doing wonders again.
Yeah, he's back and
Which is great to
he's
see.
working. He's happy. He's healthy. There's all sorts going on. I think he's in a good place.
Oh, that's nice to hear, Si. I think you definitely should. Well, you owe it to yourself if you're interested. If you're here, you were watching a Shenmue stream the other day, and you're interested enough to come back to another Shenmue stream now. I think the next natural step for you is to pick up the games and give them a go yourself.
I think, Nathan, you're right in that online was supposed to be the idea to help the cost of 3. I get it. But I mean, they spent $20 million on that. That could have gone straight into Shenmue 3. They pissed it in the wind, for want of a better expression.
Hindsight's like whatever the turn of phrases, but like if you look at, say, World of Warcraft, I know it wasn't on the scale of World of Warcraft, but fuck me, they must have made billions and billions. So Yu Suzuki probably had these sort of ideas. Same with the Shenmue City. It was supposed to be based on Mafia Wars or whatever that was like raking in the cash at the time. So it could have been a blessing had things gone, I don't know. So they must have had some sort of plan in place for like, this could be a way of generating a crazy amount of money, but yeah, in hindsight now, when the game didn't even get released and they spent 20 million on it, that's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, it's difficult. They obviously had a plan in mind, didn't they? But the plan obviously didn't work. And I'm pretty sure Shenmue 3 existed on Xbox or some sort of console. I'd be very surprised if it didn't. And we talk about the Adam Dory stuff as well. Something was going on back there. I know he gets called a liar quite a lot, and I don't think he was. I think there was a lot of truth behind that, and the plug got pulled for whatever reason.
Whether or not they actually started developing, though, I can't. Not sure about that. But maybe there was like an announcement set to happen, and I don't know, something changed. I don't know.
Quite possibly. But yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Now where we are,
Since 2X in North America hadn't released yet in PAL regions, I agree that I wish they'd gotten 3-way back then. Oh yeah, Sega Sammy thing or whatever. Digital Rexy did his studio thing as well, didn't he?
Well, there was also the it was Sega Europe.
Not Sega Sammy. Was
Sega Europe had a bloody they had a release on their website saying Shenmue 3 was been announced or in development. I'm sure Nathan had a shot of it somewhere. So something happened there. I don't know what, but something came of it. But I suppose you look back to pre-2015, you'd take the position that we're in now, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like all day.
Like obviously everyone would have wanted the whole series to have been on the Dreamcast. That would have been insane, wouldn't it? Playing 5 or 6 games or whatever on the Dreamcast and having all the original chapters and all the content and having one, save files transferring across, just this whole experience would have been insane, but obviously it's unrealistic to have expected that now.
Shenmue 4 on Apple Arcade. Nah, I think we'll end up on
I do like that idea, like that you said towards the start of the thing, where if 110 Industries or whatever is planning on working with Yu Suzuki, chucking a bunch of money, if they can like encompass a whole and just call it Shenmue,
the whole lot,
it's like
one
start
game,
to finish,
see you later, 100 hour epic, done.
Yeah, that would be insane.
Right, I'm going to call the stream there as we've been going for 2 hours ish, and I've got to go and let the dogs out and sort some other bits and pieces out. Let me just...
Yeah, I'll lend you my phone, son. I'll just send it through the post. This £1,000 phone, and you can send it me back when everyone's finished with it. Okay?
Have food marks, cracked screen, the bloody lot, won't it? Right. On that bombshell, thank you guys for taking the time to join us as normal. Hope everyone's enjoyed being around. Titch will be with us on Thursday, streaming Shenmue 3.
Make sure you tune in 4:00 ish.
Yeah, around 4
What are we
o'clock
on? Are we on GMT or BST?
BST.
On,
BST here now.
Get in the diary.
Get it in the diary. James and I will maybe stream Summer Games Fest for a bit of a laugh and turn it into Summer Game Rant as it did last year.
Same day.
Yeah, same day.
Thursday.
I think it's 7 o'clock that time, so we'll probably drop in and do that. I can hear the dog whining now as well.
Unless she wants to join us, of course.
And then we'll be back on the 24th of June as well, because we're going to stream Air Twister.
Twister. That'll be a good stream.
So that'll be a good stream to play that.
Finally, 4th of July, we'll be back again.
Yep, for Shenmue. The Let's Get Shenmue 4, hashtag Shenmue Anime 2. 10th of June for the Shenmue 4 110. No, it's not happening. Not a chance.
They're doing that wanted thing,
It's
aren't
wanted. That's it. That's it. They're not going to go anywhere else, unfortunately, with that. But keep your ears to the ground, because Air Twister's nothing to do with 110 or anything of the sort. So we'll just have to see how we go, and what emerges down the line with these rumours and everything that's going on. I think we'd have to reassess the situation in the winter if we were no further forward. But let's just see where we go. All right. There will be interviews popping up as well from me over the next probably 2 to 3 weeks. Hopefully, if I can get things in the diary. There we are. Look at that.
Show it off again. Did that the other day, but it's worth showing off again. Coming soon, guys.
So get notified on Air Twister. Keep an eye out for interviews. We've got a podcast not too far off, which we recorded in January. We recorded the news section for it today.
When do you want to release that, by the way, Matt?
I have absolutely no idea, because we need to edit it down quickly. I need to put all the new stuff in. So in a couple of weeks, 2 weeks.
Okay, so not next week.
If we can get it out next week, I'm happy to, but see how we go, because obviously I don't want to put too much pressure on us getting it out.
Okay.
But yeah, this week coming, or the week after, we'll have a new podcast out. Interviews are on the way. I've got one that I'm about to book, and I've got one more that I need to sort of date out. So they'll be coming as well. But as ever,
Good stuff.
I will play Wish to take us out. And it's a goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from me. Thanks everyone for coming.
Take care, and we might see you Thursday, and if not, Titch will be streaming. So have a good one, guys. Take care, and we'll see you again shortly. All the best.
Cheers, guys.
Cheetah